I want to welcome each and every one of you to our banquet tonight to celebrate the ending of a fine reunion. Thank you all for coming. And I want to extend the best wishes to all the men from Company E506. I love you. God bless you all. Thank you.
The purpose the reunions serve is just to give us a chance to get together and talk to each other. We relive some of the Army experiences, but we have great respect and you might say affection for each other. The type of affection that you get when you've lived through many dangerous situations together and have learned that you can rely on each other.
If you see the people today, that bond's still there. The bond you can't explain. As soon as you see them, you know you're thinking of battles and thinking of it to yourself. The men stand out amongst each other.
There's an intimacy develops, and like nothing that I've ever experienced anywhere, not in college, not with any other group of people.
We're a strange bunch of dudes, as far as I'm concerned, to be this close after all these years. That's the thing that gets me, is I like brothers.
I'm back in my youth now. When I get to these guys, I'm back when I went to service. It's fantastic. I'd like to make 20 more reunions.
We had a lot of real good times in there. And those are the times that you really remember, you know. A lot of those is what we kid each other about, you know, at these reunions a lot of times. And then you had a lot of bad times. My family didn't know anything about it. And I just didn't tell them. I just, you know, figured it's something that didn't need talking about. It was done, over with.
We didn't know Shifty the way the men know Shifty, you know.
So, but he started talking about it just in the last 5 or 6 years. Last 5, I'd say. It was like that was another life, you know, as he was another person, and we weren't aware that the stuff he went through, things he'd seen. I didn't even, you know, it didn't even dawn on me that he'd killed people.
I really admire my daddy. He's a good guy. He's a real strong guy. We travel a lot, and we've been to France and to that cemetery. It's just incredible. There's crosses upon crosses upon crosses, and just lined up perfectly as far as the eye can see. And then there's a cliff, you know, and then the ocean.
These weren't just anonymous statistics. These were people that I knew, and I told my daughter, I said, this guy here died at age 19 or 20. A whole life, never lived. No family, nothing. No children, no opportunity to have some satisfaction of building a life, nothing.
When I went there, I said, Dad, my gosh, Dad, you were so lucky. And he looked at me and he said, yeah, I'm very lucky, and he started crying.
These guys have been with each other in the absolute base experiences of human existence. They were there with each other, knowing you're going to die, or thinking you're going to die, or seeing people dying all around you. And there they went, day after day, and I admire that. And held my father even on his tombstone as Sergeant Joe Toy. 506 PIR, 101st Airborne Division. That's what he wanted on his tombstone. It meant that much to him.
How it happened that those various individuals happened to end up in E Company, I don't know. But as you know, every Army unit thinks it's the best. But we knew we were the best.
Think about your God more than anything else. Think about most of them every day. Something is etched in your memory, I guess. It'll never leave either.
Am I a little proud of having once served in that outfit? You bet your life. I wore that eagle on my right shoulder for 18 years. Probably the proudest thing in my whole life, having been in Easy Company 506.
The heroes have crosses over their heads, the ones that are buried in the cemeteries. Those are the true heroes, not us. We're just part of the work, that's all. And we thank God we got back alive, that's all.
How would you like to be a mother or a father whose son never come back? The son and the mother and father are the heroes of the Second World War. Not the guys that come home.
Let me say this. I don't believe there's very, very, very few heroes that came back from the war. They're still over there.
Do you remember the letter that Mike Ranney wrote me? Do you remember how he ended it? I cherish the memories of a question my grandson asked me the other day when he said, "Grandpa, were you a hero in the war?" Grandpa said no. But I served in a company of heroes.
Joe Toy, oh, there was a big Mick. And we used to have a few beers at night, and I'd sing. And Garnier would try to come over and sing. He'd say to Garnier, "Garnier, you're Italian. You don't know this song." Garnier could sing it better than he did. Bridget O'Flynn.
How's it go?
Oh, Bridget O'Flynn, Bridget O'Flynn, where have you been? Sure, it's a fine time for you to come in. You went to see the big parade, me eye. Sure, the big parade I never took so long in passing by. Look at your shoes, ain't it a sin, Bridget O'Flynn? Sure, your story and your shoes are mighty thin. If you know anyone that owns a canoe, I'm telling you, Bridget, just what to do. Stay away from the water, Bridget, darling. Now that's the song Twilight. And that's what we sang. You only needed a sissel of beer. 2 beers you were drunk because you were in great physical condition. You were too peaked, and 2 beers you were high as Georgia Pine,